What are maxims? Well, you already know why statutes may sometimes need interpretation. If a statute is clear and there is no confusion, it should be implemented as is. If there is some confusion or ambiguity, that is when interpretation is required. To interpret a statute, the courts will first apply the primary rules. If required, the secondary rules are applied to fine-tune the interpretation that has been reached after applying the primary rules. And of course, presumptions are applied at every stage of the interpretation and the implementation of the statute. Now, what are these primary rules and secondary rules? The literal rule, the golden rule, and the mischief rule or Heydon's rule are usually considered to be the primary rules, and all of the rest are considered to be the secondary rules. Within these secondary rules, there are these rules in Latin language, like agistum generis, nociter es ausis, redendo singula singulis, casus omissus. These secondary rules, which are in Latin language, are also known as maxims of statutory interpretation. Why are these maxims in Latin? If you look at the development of modern law, including Indian law, it was not invented from a scratch. It has developed and evolved over several thousand years. Now, Indian law is mostly based on the legal system that was being used by the British. The British legal system, in turn, evolved from the ancient Roman legal system. These Latin maxims are principles and concepts that were originally developed and were in use in the ancient Roman system, and they were adopted by the British, and they eventually became part of the legal system of all the common law countries like India, United States, Australia, Canada, etc. So, in short, maxims are also secondary rules of interpretation of statutes. The only difference is that these maxims are in Latin language.